Good afternoon, folks, and this will be my second attempt at an introduction as I've just spoken for the last minute on mute. We're live here at Pods for day 2 in the final session of the meet. It's the 15 and over section. It will feature the 100 butterfly, 200 backstroke, 100 breast, and the 200-yard freestyle. We've had some really fast times and swims here this afternoon at Pods and all the other sessions, and I expect that trend to continue this afternoon. If I could have somebody in the live chat give me a quick update, making sure our audio and video is coming through loud and clear, that would be great. As you're taking a live look at the Gators team finishing up their warm-ups here, doing a few practice starts. We're scheduled to go live with the meet at about 5:45. We may be a little earlier today. We'll see what happens with the warm-ups. And once again, if someone could jump into the live chat, let me know that you can hear me okay, that your video is coming through nice and clear. That would be helpful here. We've had a few technical difficulties this weekend. It's been a long weekend here at Pods, as this is the 9th and final session. Yep, 9th and final session here this afternoon. We're going to start things off with the 100 fly. There will be 7 heats. There, moving into 200 back, which will be 5 heats. The 100 breaststroke will be 3 heats, and then we'll close it out with the 200 freestyle with 8 heats. And Heather Halsey, thank you, Heather, chiming in. Sounds great. Got some good audio here, got some good video. We've had a couple interesting things happen. I'll have some time to kill as you watch the Gators finish their warm-ups here today. So this was the second session that I've started my introduction and talking, and I was on mute. So that was this one was only about a minute long. The 10 and under session, I went a good 2.5 minutes on mute, so that was good. We haven't had any unfortunate incidences though, like yesterday, where I ended the live stream before the final event by mistake. Then we had a catastrophic internet failure for about 2 seconds, which crashed my computer. So, knock on wood, we are all set and ready to go with your AV equipment here today as you take a look at the Gators continuing to finish their warm-ups here. And like I said, we've had a fast day of swimming. The 13-14 session just ended about an hour ago. Many top times in each of the sessions. So as we take a look at our events today, in the 100 butterfly, your top time is going to be Theo Baudet, 16-year-old from Gators. He's clocking in at a 52.02. In the 200 back, your top time belongs to Ethan Zhang from Gators with a 151.18. The 100 breaststroke, your top time belongs to Max LaRoche with a 100.23. And in the 200 freestyle, once again, it's going to be Theo Baudet from Gators with a 143.78. Looks like the warm-up is finished. Timers are making okay, we just got the word to kill the music. The officials are ready. We have our volunteers heading into the pool. Wanted to thank Elisa Pelchat, Kathleen Hughes, Tiernan Bogosian with masks. It's tough to tell who the other 2 volunteers are, but we thank them as well, and we appreciate them tuning in here. So we got Heather Halsey on, Katarina, thank you. Burra Danyak is checking in. Sandra Smith. Sandra, I'm so glad that you can hear me and see me today, because you almost gave me a heart attack yesterday when you were telling me that you couldn't hear us and everything was good on my end. It would have just added up to the catastrophe of difficulties, but that worked out okay. Ann Clark checking in. Hello, Ann. You're very welcome. Dave Kaiser also joining us here for this last session, the 15 and overs here this evening at Pods. Tough day in New England. Your New England Patriots. Tough road loss to the Houston Texans, 27-20, down at Reliant Bank Field this afternoon. So we're hoping that we can have some really good swims here to make up for that. And Dave, I appreciate it. Dave has been my sports guy for the afternoon, giving me the live update. But Dave, I'll tell you what, I'm going to see if you can see this on camera as I try and move the camera in here. I got the Red Zone channel going, Dave. I got the Red Zone channel going, folks. So we're going about 90% here, focused on the swim meet and, you know, the occasional peek over at the iPad to take a look at the football here. So let's set the stage for you in Heat 1 of the 100-yard butterfly. It's going to be in Lane 2, Lily Jonkis. In Lane 3 will be Open. In Lane 4 will be Megan Morrissey. So two swimmers. It looks like my daughter here, Addison Abreu, just got called from the bullpen to do some timing here in Lane 4. She's not really a veteran here with the stopwatch. I hope she gets a little reps. Certainly don't want any mishaps here with Addison in Lane 4, but it's a good thing she was here. So again, we're going to move on to Heat 1. Lane 2 will be Lily Jonkis. In Lane 4 will be Megan Morrissey. And it looks like there's a changing of the guard. Addison did not even get to throw a pitch, and she is being taken out of the game, not needing to time. So that was the quickest relief appearance ever. Officials are blowing their whistle here. We're ready to go. We're actually going to only have one swimmer here, Lily Jonkis, in Lane 2. So she's going to get the special treatment here, live and up close for you here. We've had a lot of swimmers today who have scratched events. So in the environment that we're in, there's a lot of uncertainty around how many swim meets these athletes will be able to participate in this year. And the way it looks as of right now, this will be the last meet of calendar year 2020 for most, if not all, of these swimmers. So not wanting to expend energy maybe in an event that's not their best event, many swimmers have chosen to focus on 2 or even 1 event today here at Pod Swimming in East Providence. As you watch Lily Jonkis here in Lane 2, she's 15 years old, from the Gators. Always difficult, I'm sure, to really get fired up when you are literally the only swimmer in the pool, but Lily's doing a good job. I don't have times here, but she's going to finish out. Great job to Lily being the only swimmer in the pool. She's going to take a 50 cool down here. And folks, I didn't get to mention it earlier. We do have a sponsor for this weekend's meet, Fairway Independent Mortgage. So my good friend TJ Curran, who is a mortgage broker there, has graciously agreed to sponsor the meet this weekend. And what we're going to do with the proceeds from that, and if we get to do another meet in December, and it looks unlikely at this point, we are going to adopt a child or 2, and hopefully buy some Christmas presents for them off their list. So TJ wanted me to pass along a quick message to the audience today, which is up to 43 right now. Are you drowning in debt, just managing to stay afloat, paying your current mortgage? It may be time to swim into a mortgage refinance. Or maybe you're looking to freestyle into a pre-approval for a new house with a pool. Rates are in the twos for those who qualify. Call TJ Curran at 401-258-8523 or check him out online at www.mortgagesonmainstreet.com. NMLS ID 677740, equal housing lender. And that takes us to Heat 2 of 7, 100-yard butterfly. Lane 1, Christian Pereira. Lane 2, Izzy Alonso. Lane 3, Vela Van Nostrand. Lane 4, James Martella. Lane 5, Paige Meller. And in lane 6, Julia Pape.
Let's go, Julia!
Tim, you were right. We were going to block Dave, but it turns out we actually kind of like him a little bit, so we're going to keep him around. All right, folks, here we go. Heat 2, 100-yard fly.
Go, Julia!
So lane 2 is going to be open. Lane 2 is a scratch. So at the halfway point, it's Julia Papp in lane 6 from Gators. Out to an early lead, Christian Pereira, second place here at the top of the screen from Crimson. Julia is a 17-year-old Gators swimmer. Christian, a 15-year-old Crimson swimmer. As you watch Julia head home here, she's going to be a winner of Heat 2. It looks like second place is going to come from Christian Pereira in lane 1. However, Paige Meller making a late push. It's going to be Pereira in the second position, Meller in the third position here, as they have been doing from the 13-year-olds up. After every heat, the swimmers will get to do a 50 cool down. And that will take us to Heat 3 of 7 of the mixed 15 and over 100 fly. All right, that's going to take us to Heat 3 of 7 of the 100 fly. Lane 1, Savannah Lombardi. Lane 2, Honor Dufresne. Lane 3, Nick Andrews. Lane 4, Isaac Bowden. Lane 5, Henry Fraser. And in lane 6, Owen Bradner. So this is Heat 3 of 7. Your top time in this heat belongs to Nick Andrews in lane 3 from Crimson with a 1:03.46, followed closely by his teammate Isaac Bowden with a 1:04.31. So once again, Andrews in 3, Bowden in 4. We're ready to go here. Heat 3 of 7, 100-yard fly. So at the halfway point, it's Nick Andrews out to an early and commanding lead out of lane 3 for the Crimson. Nick is also a swimmer, along with his twin brother at Bishop Hendricken High School here in Rhode Island. Nick will make the turn, finish up here. So your winner will be in lane 3, Nick Andrews from Crimson. Looks like Bowden, his teammate from Crimson, will be right behind him here in lane 4. And third place going to be Owen Bradner in lane 6 from Gators. So Nick Andrews with the convincing victory here in Heat 3. Swimmers will now do a quick 50 cool down. We'll move on to Heat 4 of 7, which will feature in lane 1, Kendra Daly. In lane 2, Lachlan Hartshawn. In lane 3, Sam Reynoso Williams. In lane 4, Grace Bogosian. In lane 5, Julia Pelchat. And in lane 6, Max LaRoche. We'll see if there's any scratches in this heat, which will be Heat 4 of 7. We're up to 50 viewers on the live stream, folks. So once again, thank you for taking the time to join us today. Appreciate you checking in and watching here, and hope we're bringing you some value in these weird times. Swimmers from Heat 3 have exited the pool. Heat 4 is lined up. I will let you know a reset on those swimmers in a second, but it looks like we do have okay, so we will have some scratches. It looks like I see four of the 7 lanes will be occupied. I do see Bogosian, Pelchat, and LaRoche. Hartshawn in lane 2. So it looks like lane 1, Daly, and lane 3, Reynoso Williams will be a scratch. Here we go, folks. Heat 4, 100 butterfly. Solid start by Pelchat in lane 5 with a beautiful streamline there. Let's see who's going to be your leader at the halfway point here. Looks like it's Hartshawn in lane 2, followed very closely by Pelchat in 5, LaRoche in 6. Pelchat was off to a really strong start here. Looks like it's going to be LaRoche, though, who touches the wall first and heads for home here on the final leg of the 100 fly. It's a really close race here. So we got LaRoche in lane 6, Pelchat in 5, Hartshawn in lane 2. It's going to be LaRoche. Max LaRoche in lane 6 takes first place. Julia Pelchat in lane 5 taking second place, and it looked like to be Lachlan Hartshawn in lane 2 taking third place. So once again, folks, I don't have the luxury of having a scoreboard or anything with the times here. So any of the finishes that I give you here, purely speculation on my part. I would ask you to check Meet Mobile for the official times for the races here today. And that's going to bring us to Heat 5 of the 100-yard butterfly. In lane 1 will be Ruby Groves. Lane 2, Mateo Smith. Lane 3, Olivia Klipfel. Lane 4, Maddie Wambach. Lane 5, Eve Piazza. And in lane 6 will be Taj Wiebe. Best time comes courtesy of lane 3 and Olivia Klipfel from Gators with a 58.97 here as you watch the final swimmers from Heat 4 finish their cool down here as Heat 5 makes their way to the blocks. This group seems to be pretty fired up. This group seems to be pretty fired up. and ready for action here. Just to reset, in lane 1, Groves, 2, Smith, 3, Klipfel, 4, Wambach, 5, Piazza, and in lane 6, Wiebe. Here we go, folks. Officials are ready. Swimmers are on the blocks, and this is heat 5, the 100-yard butterfly. So at the 50-yard mark, it's going to be Mateo Smith in lane 2 with a commanding lead. He had an extremely good start, looking very strong. Here in the butterfly, it looks like Matty Wambach in lane 4 is going to be his closest competitor as they hit the wall here for the 75. And Mateo Smith, once again, looking extremely strong. He's at the top of your screen here in lane 2. He's going to be the winner of heat 5. Looks like Matty Wambach is going to come in second out of lane 3. The question is, who's going to come in third? We got lanes. Looks like it's going to be Ruby Groves in lane 1. So great race by Mateo Smith, taking heat number 5 with Matty Wambach taking the second place and Ruby Groves in third. Folks, there has been exciting races like that all day today. And the trend has continued as we move on to heat 6 of 7 of the mixed 15 and over 100-yard butterfly. It will feature in lane 1, Aiden Brasino, lane 2, Alex Lopes, lane 3, Harry Fang, in lane 4, Andrew Ng, in lane 5, Paul Denega, and in lane 6 will be Abby McGuire. Your lone Crimson participant for this race will be in lane 1, Aiden Brasino. Best time coming into heat 6 will belong to Harry Fang. He's a 15-year-old swimmer from Gators with a 56.67. As the swimmers make their way out of the pool here, looks like we will have another full heat, which will be heat number 6 here. We'll reset for you in a second as the swimmers make their way to the blocks. Once again, this is heat 6 of 7. Lane 1, Brasino. Lane 2, Lopes. Lane 3, Fang. Lane 4, Ng. Lane 5, Denega. And in lane 6, McGuire. This is heat 6 of 7, 100-yard butterfly. So lane 5 will be open. Denega will be a scratch here. So it looks like your leader is going to be coming on lane 3 right now. Harry Fang, really too close to call. Lanes 2, 3, and 4, Lopes, Fang, and Ng all bunched up. Setting up for a really exciting finish here. Again, lanes 2, 3, and 4, Lopes, Fang, and Ng. And they're coming down to the flags here, folks. Who's it going to be? Lopes, Fang, or Ng? Oh, it is too close to call. I hate to not be able to give you a proper winner here, but Lopes, Fang, and Ng looked like a simultaneous ending. Obviously, it wasn't. So great racing all the way around there. Lopes, Fang, and Andrew Eng in any order, 1, 2, 3 there. And folks, that takes us to heat 7 of 7, which is the Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of the 100-yard butterfly, and will feature in lane 1, Matt V. Ivanov in lane 2, Tim Andrews in lane 3, Theo Baudet in lane 4, Troy Pina in lane 5, Zach Halsey in lane 6, Quinton Miguel. Theo Baudet comes into the heat with the best time of 52.02, followed closely by Troy Pina, also of Gators, with a 53.36. So let's see how this shakes out. Here, again, Ivanov in lane 1, Andrews in lane 2, Baudet in lane 3, Pina in lane 4, Halsey in lane 5, and Quinton Miguel in lane 6, as heat number 6 makes their way out of the pool here after the cool down. Here comes heat 7 swimmers. This is the Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of the 100-yard butterfly, and it is heat 7 of 7 here at Pods, swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Swimmers are lined up, ready to go. Lane 6 will be empty. Quinton Miguel is a scratch. Swimmers are up on the blocks. Here we go, folks. Heat 7, 100-yard butterfly. Looked like there was a little flinch from Tim Andrews at the start. I don't see any hands in the air here, so he's clear. He's good to go here. So at the halfway point, it's going to be Baudet in lane 3, leading the way. Troy Pina right behind. Tim Andrews also in the mix. But it's going to be Baudet who touches the wall first and heads for home here in the final 25. It looks like the race is going to be for second. You got Andrews in lane 2, Pina in lane 4. They hit the flags. Who's it going to be? And it is Andrews in lane 2, taking second place. So first place will come from lane 3, Theo Baudet, followed closely in lane 2 by Tim Andrews. So fantastic ending to the 100-yard butterfly here at the end of our first event at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Swimmers will now go through their customary 50 cool down here as we make the transition into our second event, which will be event 35, the mixed 15 and over 200-yard backstroke. There will be 5 heats. Heat 1 will feature in lane 2, Aiden Brasino, in lane 3, James Martella, and in lane 4, Lily Jonkis.
Our next event is event 35, mixed 15 and over 200-yard backstroke.
So we'll see if Lily has some competition here. Looks like I see Brasino and Martella lined up, so Jonkis may be scratching this event. We'll see as you see the butterflyers exit the pool here at Pods. They will gather their belongings here, and it does look like Jonkis will be a scratch. So lane 2 will be Brasino, lane 3 will be Martella here. In heat 1 of the 200-yard backstroke. Okay, the officials are ready. Swimmers have entered the pool once again. Heat 1, 200-yard backstroke. So you have Brasino in 2, Martella in 4, both coming to you by way of the Crimson. Brasino is 15, Martella is 16. Brasino doesn't have a time for this event, so this could be his first swim of the 200 back. Martella comes in with a time of 2:59.70 here from hard swimming. And while we have a little bit of a chance to catch our breath here, I wanted to take the time to thank Susan Pascal, the owner of Pods, her whole staff, and really all of the coaches, volunteers, and officials here this weekend. Without any one of those subset of groups, we would not be able to put on a meet for the kids here today. And in this very odd year that we're going through right now, meets are very important. Everybody wants to record times. You do have a lot of swimmers who are maybe sophomores, juniors, maybe even seniors in high school looking to need to hit some certain times for their swimming career here. So we're lucky to have a facility like Pods to host us here. Again, very clean environment at Pods. You can see everybody has a mask on. So except when they're swimming. So we're very lucky. It's unfortunate that the state of Rhode Island is going to be enacting basically a shutdown of many different industries and segments for 2 weeks, starting, I believe it's the Monday after Thanksgiving. As you see Brasino hit the wall here and make his turn, I believe he has another 50 to go here in the 200 backstroke. But that shutdown is going to force all of the swim teams, and that was actually Brasino finishing up there in lane 2. But that's going to force all of the swim teams in this particular area not to be able to have a swim meet in December. So our next meet will probably come to you courtesy in January at some point as Martella finishes up in lane 3. So they'll take a quick 50 warm down. We'll move on to heat 2 of 5. Just catching up on the live stream. So Crystal Sim, thank you for your comments. Very nice. We got Douglas Clark checking in. Chuck Halsey, rooting on Zach. If you're out there, you're rooting for your son or daughter, grandson, granddaughter, let me know. Be happy to give them a shout out here on the broadcast. But we're going to move to heat 2, which will feature in lane 1, Tess Zorowski. In lane 2, Christian Pereira. In lane 3, Honor Dufresne. In lane 4, Savannah Lombardi. In lane 5, Daniel Coburn. And in lane 6, Camilla Cuellar. So your Crimson races will come to you courtesy of lanes 1 and 2, Zorowski and Pereira. Top time heading into this particular heat will come to you from Honor Dufresne. She's a 17-year-old swimmer from Gators. She has a 2:18.99 as the swimmers make their way to the blocks here. Looks like we'll have a full pool for heat 2, no scratches. Officials seem to be ready. Once again, this is heat 2 of 5 of the 200-yard backstroke. All right, we're off here. 200 backstroke. Chuck checking in from Long Island. So watching his grandson, Zach, he's from Long Island. Appreciate you checking in with us here, Chuck, and I'd be certainly remiss and in a lot of trouble if I went home today and I did not acknowledge my 9-year-old daughter, Avery, who's on the live chat, of course, telling me I did a good job. So, Avery, I'll give you your $5 for that comment as soon as I get home. Thank you. Sincerely appreciate that as you continue to watch the swimmers here. Looks like Coburn in lane 5 from Gators out to an early lead in the 200 backstroke, but as any swim parent knows, things can change very quickly in any of these 200 races. And as you'll see in lane 3, Honor Dufresne starting to make a little bit of a move here on Coburn in 5. He maintains about a half a second lead, but there were many races this afternoon in the 13, 14, and 11, 12 sessions where the races were decided, quite frankly, in the last 10 to 15 yards of the race. So some really exciting swimming. We've had some exciting races here so far as well. So just to level set for you here, it looks like Honor Dufresne in lane 3 has taken over first place here as she comes in for her 100. It's going to be Daniel Coburn in 5 in second place, but it is Honor Dufresne, 17-year-old from Gators, in first place right now. Savannah Lombardi making a move. She's in lane 4. She's from the Gators as well. She's in third place right now. But Honor Dufresne remains strong here in lane 3. Daniel Coburn following behind. We'll see if Lombardi can catch, and it's not going to happen. Your winner will come from lane 3, Honor Dufresne, with Daniel Coburn coming in second. Savannah Lombardi in lane 4, coming in third place. Great swim there. We do have Savannah's grandmother, Helene, checking in. She's out in Cape Cod. She's been watching her granddaughters, Tatum and Savannah, all weekend here. So, Helene, we thank you for joining us today. We're almost over 60 viewers. So, our record so far this afternoon, I believe the 13-14 group, we get up to 82, which is the most that we've had. So as we continue to do these live streams and as it continues to grow, hopefully we can get to a point where we're well in the 100, 200 range for every single meet. But that's going to take us to heat 3 of 5 of the 200-yard backstroke, which will feature in lane 1, Lachlan Hartshorn in lane 2, Taj Weeby in lane 3, Jayla Pina in lane 4, Harry Fang in lane 5, Julia Palchat, and in lane 6, Eve Piazza. So I see 5 swimmers lined up. Someone will be scratching this event as you see the swimmers from Heat 2 make their way out of the pool. First thing they do is mask up and come back here. So Heat 3 making their way to the blocks. A quick turnaround for Pelchat in lane 5. Just swam the 100 butterfly. It seems like a couple minutes ago. It was probably a lot longer than that. So I will do a reset for you on the lanes momentarily, but we do have our full assortment here. So Hartshorn in 1, Weeby in 2, Pina in 3, Fang in 4, Pelchat in 5, and Piazza in lane 6. Folks, this is Heat 3 of the 200-yard backstroke. So at the 50-yard mark, it's going to be Jayla Pina In lane 3, for those of you who don't know, Jayla, her brother Troy, and her sister LaTroya were set to compete for their country, Cape Verde, in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. And as fate would have it, this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity was postponed to next year. So my understanding is Jayla is still going to be competing next summer for Cape Verde in the Olympics. As Jayla makes the turn on her 100, she's in first place by a good amount. Second place is going to come from lane 4, Harry Fang. Looks like Lachlan Hartshorn in lane 1 and Julia Pelchat in lane 5 are following behind. But it is Jayla Pina in the lead here by about 3.5 seconds as she makes the turn for her final 50 here. So Pina really is a breaststroke specialist, but showing she's very versatile. And an above average backstroker as well. Looks like the race is really going to be for second place. So Fang in 4, Hartshorn in 1. Fang's going to touch the wall first as they turn for home here. Pina has the race secured. It looks like Fang in lane 4 is starting to pull away from Hartshorn as they hit the flags, and it is indeed going to be Harry Fang in second, Lachlan Hartshorn in the third place out of lane 1, but your winner of Heat 3 will come from lane 3. It will be Jayla Pina from Gators. Jayla's a 16-year-old Gators team member. As I mentioned, the Olympics for Jayla and her brother and sister. She is also an all-state swimmer for Seekonk High School. Has gotten her name on the Hall of Fame wall over there with a few of the records, with still a couple years of high school to go. So a bright future for Jayla Pina. And that will take us to Heat 4 of 5 of the 200-yard backstroke. And it will feature in lane 1, Anya Rivera. In lane 2, Ginger Berry, who I believe will be scratched. Lane 3, Olivia Clipbell. Lane 4, Tim Andrews. Lane 5, I believe will be open. And lane 6 will be Paige Meller. So we're going to start to see some scratches here. I see 4 swimmers lined up for this heat number 4. We'll do a reset when they get to the blocks. Top time would have come from, actually the top time does come from Olivia Clipbell. She's at a 2:09.12, followed very closely by Tim Andrews in lane 4 from the Crimson with the 2:09.82. Tim is one half of the Bishop Hendricken dynamic duo along with his brother Nick, who are both all-state swimmers for Hendricken. So we're going to have lanes 2 and 5 open. So Berry and Reynoso Williams will scratch. You have Rivera in 1, Clipbell in 3, Andrews in 4, and Paige Meller in lane 6. This is Heat 4 of 5 of the 200-yard backstroke.
Thank you, Mark.
Tim Andrews off to a very quick start here. You know, a lot of people like to say that the 200 backstroke is one of the most boring races. However, I would say it's also one of the most strategic races. Just like any of the races over 100, you really have to gauge how much to leave in the tank and how much energy to expel right away. We've seen quite a few races today that have been decided in the final 10 or 12 yards As you watch here, Tim Andrews in lane 4 continues to maintain about a body length lead. It's probably a little more, Tim. Very tall. Clipfell, second place in lane 3. Looks like lanes 1 and 6, Revere and Paige Meller, are very close here. It continues to be Andrews and Clipfell leading the way here. Again, that's Tim Andrews from the Crimson in lane 4, Olivia Clipfell from Gators in lane 3 as they hit the wall and make the turn for their final 50 here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Nightfall is upon us, or should I say it's been upon us for about 3 hours now. The beautiful thing about living in New England in the fall, it gets dark at like 3 o'clock now. Clipfell has closed the gap a little bit here. It's going to be Tim Andrews, though, in lane 4, leading and winning wire to wire here. Clipfell will come in second out of lane 3, and it's going to be Paige Meller in lane 6 coming in third. So once again, Tim Andrews, your Heat 4 winner, the 200 backstroke. Just to level set with you, the lane 1 is furthest from the camera at the top of the screen. Lane 6 is the closest to the camera here at the bottom at Pod Swimming. And that's going to take us to our Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of the 200-yard backstroke. It is heat number 5 and will feature in lane 1, Paul Denega. In lane 2, Quentin Miguel. In lane 3, Ethan Zhang. In lane 4, Justin Clark. In lane 5, Ainsley Nalen. And in lane 6 will be Nick Andrews. Ethan Zhang comes into the race with the best time. He's got a 151.18, followed closely by his Gators teammate, Justin Clark, at 152.65. So let's see what this race will bring us here today. Heat 4 has done their warm-up. Heat 5 is making their way to the pool right now. Again, to level set here, lane 1, Denega. Lane 2, Miguel. Lane 3, Zhang. Lane 4, Clark. Lane 5, Nalen. And in lane 6, Nick Andrews. I just really noticed the accent come through here when I said Clark. Sound like a typical Rhode Islander or Mass resident, which I am. Okay, folks, this is Heat 5 of 5, 200-yard backstroke. Clean start here and we're off. So it's going to be Justin Clark at the 50-yard mark in first place, followed very closely by Zhang. They're in the middle of the pool, lanes 4 and 3 respectively here. They continue to outpace the field. It looks like Zhang is taking a little bit of a lead on Clark, and it will be Zhang who touches the wall first after the first 100. So you have Ethan Zhang and Justin Clark, lanes 3 and 4, leading the way here. Next closest competitor comes from lane 1, and that's Paul Denega from Gators. And Zhang looks like he's building on that lead Justin Clark and Zhang were very close through the first 100. Zhang has broken out to about a second to a second and a half lead as they make the turn here for the final 50. Denega in lane 1 remains in third place from the Gators. And Zhang has built on his lead a little bit over Justin Clark. Needless to say, Zhang is going to be your Heat 5 winner here, followed by Justin Clark in lane 4. Third place is going to be Paul Denega from Gators in lane 1. So we have an all Gators top 3 with Zhang, Clark, and Denega rounding out your 200-yard backstroke here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. And that takes us to our next event. There's only 3 heats of the 100-yard breaststroke. Your top time is going to come courtesy of Max LaRoche from Gators, who has a 1:00.23. He will be swimming in Heat 3. Heat 1 will feature in lane 1, Julia Pape in lane 2, Wayla Von Nostra in lane 3, Lily Jonkis in lane 4, Isaac Bowden in lane 5, Tess Zarowski, and in lane 6 is going to be a scratch. Supposed to be occupied by Izzy Alonso, but I know she's not here today. As you see the breaststrokers finish up their cool down, we'll move right into the 100 breast. Heat 1 of 3, lane 1, Pape in lane 2, Van Nostra in lane 3, Jonkis lane 4, Bowden lane 5, Zarowski. Lane 6 will be open. Swimmers are making their way to the blocks here. It's been a long weekend of swimming here at Pods. A lot of these swimmers must be exhausted here. Coming into the second day here. This will be Heat 1. Again, 100-yard breaststroke. We are off free and clear here, folks. No officials' hands in the air, which is always a good thing. Haven't seen many disqualifications today. We actually had the 10 and unders, about 9 of them this morning, swimming the 100 fly for the first time ever. And I think there were only 3 or 4 DQs, which is actually very good. Your leader in this heat is going to come from lane 1, Julia Pape. She has a commanding lead on the field. She's at the top of your screen there in lane 1. The race is going to be for second place as Pape is going to take first. You got Bowden in lane 4, Jonkis in lane 3. They're going to hit the flags. Jonkis has a little bit of a lead. Will Bowden catch her? Here we go, folks, and it's going to be Jonkis. Lily Jonkis in lane 3 comes in second. First place, Julia Pape in lane 1. We have another event crossed off the board here, while the swimmers will do a 50 easy, and I will take you into Heat 2 of 3. which will feature in lane 1, Savannah Lombardi, in lane 2, Courtney Bogosian, in lane 3, Alex Lopes. Lane 4 was supposed to be Maggie Mahoney. I know she is not here this weekend, so that will likely be open. Lane 5, Henry Fraser. And in lane 6 will be Olivia Clipbell. Your top time coming into this heat is Alex Lopes, 15 years old, from Gators with a 1:10.11. Okay, so Heat 2 is making their way to the blocks right now. We'll do a quick reset. All right. So resetting here, it will be lane 4, which will be open. Lane 1, Lombardi. Lane 2, Bogosian. Lane 3, Lopes. Lane 4, Fraser. Lane 6, Clipville. We're ready to go here, folks. Heat 2 of 3, 100-yard breaststroke.
Take your mark.
So at the 50 turn, it's going to be Lopes in lane 3, followed by Bogosian in lane 2. They are your leaders here, both from Gators. Lopes opening up what looks like to be about a body length lead on Courtney Bogosian in lane 2 as they make their way to the 75 wall here. And as they hit the flags, it is going to be Alex Lopes, your Heat 2 winner, coming out of lane 3, followed by Courtney Bogosian in lane 2. Rounding up the top 3 will be Henry Fraser in lane 5. So that concludes Heat 2 of 3. And it takes us to our Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of the 100 breaststroke, and will feature in lane 1, Owen Bradner. In lane 2, Quentin Miguel. In lane 3, Max LaRoche. In lane 4, Justin Clark. In lane 5, Daniel Coburn. And in lane 6, Ruby Groves. Top time coming in to this heat belongs to Max LaRoche with a 1:00.23. As the swimmers finish their 50 cool down, and just like that, folks, after this next heat, we'll be moving into our last event of the day, the 200 freestyle. So while I'm sure there are a lot of things to be missed about the typical normal swim meet circuit, it is not the 4 to 5 hour meets. Probably get this thing wrapped up in a little over an hour here, which is always nice on a Sunday night here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. So we're going to level set here. Lane 1, Bradner. Lane 2, Miguel. Lane 3, LaRoche. Lane 4, Clark. Lane 5, Coburn. And in lane 6, Ruby Groves. This is Heat 3 of 3 of the 100-yard breaststroke. We have no scratches here, so we will have a full pull. And here we go, folks. We're ready to go. Heat 3, 100-yard breaststroke.
Take your mark.
Great start from Justin Clark in lane 4. but it's going to be LaRoche at the halfway point out of lane 3 with the slight lead on Justin Clark and Quentin Miguel, his Gators teammates here. LaRoche with about a half a second lead as we head into the final 25 here. Is anyone going to catch him? I don't think so, but we have a tight race for second between Bradner, Miguel, and Clark. Looks like it's going to be Bradner in lane 1, coming in second behind Max LaRoche in lane 3. So your Heat 3 winner of the 100-yard breaststroke is Max LaRoche from Gators. Spectacular swim from Max. And folks, that takes us to our final event of the evening here. It is event 37, the mixed 15 and over 200-yard freestyle. We will have 8 heats, and it will feature in Heat 1, lane 2, Julia Pape; in lane 3, Wayla Van Nostrand; and in lane 4, James Martella. David, I like how you enjoy the pronunciation of Clark, because when I go home, I will not hear the end of how I pronounce my R's. As a matter of fact, I heard it this morning. A lot of chirpers in the peanut gallery. But it's how we do it. It's all we know as you see the swimmers wind down here. They're 50 easy. Again, we're going to move into event 37, which is the mixed 15 and over 200 free. 8 heats here to close out our evening. Lane 2 will feature Julia Pape; lane 3, Wayla Van Nostrand; and lane 4, James Martella. Pape representing the Gators, while Van Nostrand and Martella are both from the Crimson. Swimmers are lining up here. This is Heat 1 of the 200-yard freestyle. So it's Julia Pape in lane 2, coming out very hot. Should be a leader after the first 50. She'll have about a 2 to 3 second lead on the field at this point. Next closest competitor will be James Martella from the Crimson in lane 4. Pape continues to look strong here as she completes her first 100 and heads into the back half of the 200 freestyle here. Extremely warm inside pods this afternoon. Noticeably warmer than it was in here yesterday. If I had to venture a guess, I'd probably say it's about 83 to 85. So nothing like feeling like you're in the tropics when you're really in East Providence, Rhode Island. As you see Pape make the turn, she's going into her final 50 here. We had a little bit of a changing of the guard with Van Nostrand and Martella. Martella was in the lead for that second place position. Van Nostrand has taken it over. We're going to stay with Julia Pape here. Watch her finish. So she's done in lane 2. She'll be your Heat 1 winner. Coming down the stretch for the final 25 here, it's going to be Wayla Van Nostrand in lane 3. She's going to take home second place, closely followed by James Martella from the Crimson. That will conclude heat number 1 of event 37, the 200-yard freestyle. And I didn't realize so David Clark is checking in from Michigan. All right. Big Blue. I have a friend, Shaka Daly, who is the head men's soccer coach at Michigan. Jim Harbaugh under a lot of microscopes lately up there in a very interesting season. As you'll see, swimmers have finished their cool down. That'll take us to heat 2 of 8, which will feature in lane 2, Owen Bradner. In lane 3, Camilla Cuellar. Lane 4 will be empty, and Henry Fraser will occupy lane 5. I'm having a tough time talking. It's been a long weekend at Pods. 12 hours yesterday. I'm pushing 8.5 today. So if the voice sounds a little hoarse, if there's a few mispronunciations, you know why at this point. So, level set for you, event 37, heat 2, we're going to have Owen Bradner in lane 2, Henry Fraser in lane 5, okay, so it looks like we're going to combine. Nope, we're not going to combine. So they were going to combine heats 2 and 3, which would have been nice, but they're not. All right, we're off here. It's going to be Bradner in lane 2, Fraser in lane 5. Here. It's been a solid afternoon, really full day of racing here at Pods. As you see, Owen Bradner in lane 2, building a little bit of a lead on Fraser in lane 5. So it looks like Michigan could be we are up to 63 viewers. That's spectacular. Anybody out there further from Michigan? Or is David going to take the cake as far as the furthest listener? We've gone international today, ladies and gentlemen, on Gators TV. We've had London, Italy. I believe we also had a couple listeners from Australia as well. So I know we got David Clark checking in from Michigan. I'll check out the live stream, the live chat, see if anybody's checking in from any other parts of the country, or if we are all here from Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts. As you see, Bradner continues here in lane 2. I know we have Tim Groves in the audience, and he may be the closest viewer here, checking in from Providence, Rhode Island. It's going to be Bradner finishing up in lane 2. Fraser in lane 5 will finish up. They'll do a quick cool down. Heather Halsey says, how about live from the parking lot? You know what, Heather? So technically, you're right. You're probably one of the closest, you and any of the other parents in the parking lot. But I was more thinking, who's at their house and closer? So technically, Heather, you are right. You do get the prize. The prize has yet to be determined and will be handed out at a date to be determined, but I believe it's going to be Tim Groves, who is the closest from home, and that will take us, folks, to Heat 3 of 8 of the 200-yard freestyle, and will feature in lane 1, Megan Morrissey, in lane 2, Christian Pereira, in lane 3, Anya Rivera, in lane 4, Daniel Coburn, in lane 5, Isaac Bowden, and in lane 6, Tess Sarowski. Cool down has ended here. Heat 3 making their way to the pool. We're up to almost 70 viewers on the live stream, so that's a spectacular turnout here. Again, high water mark is 82 from the 13-14-year-old group. They were the high water mark yesterday as well. We're going to have a full complement of swimmers here in this Heat 3, and this is Heat 3 of the 200-yard freestyle. And they're off. A little bit of a delayed pause there from the starter. Swimmers took their marks. It was about a 2 to 3 second delay before the gun went off. Or I should say the horn. So after 50, it's going to be Daniel Coburn from Gators. He's out in front. He's in the lead here. Field is following the perfect arrow shape right now. So if you'll see, lane 4 is the leader, followed by 3 and 5, followed by 2 and 6. So at the 100-yard mark, it remains Coburn in lane 4. He's being chased down, though, by Isaac Bowden in 5 and Anya Rivera in lane 3. Looks like Bowden has overtaken Coburn for the lead here. Bowden is in lane 5. He's from Crimson. He is going to hit the wall first. Let's get a check on that second position, as yes, it is Anya Rivera in lane 3. She has overtaken Coburn. She is in the second position here as Bowden continues to lead the way here, but it's going to be Bowden and Rivera in lanes 5 and 3 respectively, leading the way here in Heat 3 of the 200-yard freestyle. As they come home, it is indeed going to be Isaac Bowden in lane 5. He's going to take first. Anya Rivera will take second, and Christian Pereira in lane 2 will take third place here in Heat 3 of the 200-yard freestyle. That will take us to Heat number 4, which will feature in lane 1, Aiden Brasino, lane 2, Paige Meller, lane 3, Kendra Daly, lane 4, Grace Bogosian, lane 5, Savannah Lombardi, and in lane 6, Harry Fang. So I'm looking in the live chat. I don't seem to have any responses, though. So David Clark from Michigan looks like he takes the cake. There's got to be someone in another state out of the 70 or so viewers we have right now. Pop into the chat. I'd love to know where you are coming from as Heat 3 swimmers wind down. You just got a little taste of Mateo Smith from the Gators there flexing as he was walking by. I know his awesome parents, Jeff and Sandra, are out there on the live stream. So hello to you both. Hope you're having a great night. And we're having a great night here on Gators TV. We're going to Heat 4. Lane 1, Brasino. Lane 2, Meller. Lane 3, Daly. Lane 4, Bogosian. Lane 5, Lombardi. Lane 6, Fang. I believe lane 3 is going to be a scratch. I have not seen Kendra Daly here today. And it looks like Lombardi is going to scratch lane 5. So lanes 3 and 5 will be open here, folks. And this is Heat 4 of the 200-yard freestyle.
Thank you, Mark.
So your 50-yard leader is going to come from lane 6. It's going to be Harry Fang here at the bottom of the screen here. Aiden Brasino in lane 1. And Paige Meller along with Grace Bogosian. They're all vying for that number 2 spot right now. But as you can see, Fang remains strong. He's in lane 6. He's coming in on his first 100. He'll be your leader as he makes the turn here. Too close to call for second place. Brasino, Meller, and Bogosian all fighting for second here as Fang continues his strong swimming out of lane 6. As Fang makes the turn for his final 50, it's going to be Grace Bogosian who snuck into the second place spot. She's in lane 4, yellow cap, red tech suit. She's built up a little bit of a lead on Meller and Brasino there in lanes 1 and 2. But it's going to be Harry Fang who takes it down here from lane 6. He's a Gator. He's in lane 6. He's going to come in first. Grace Bogosian looks like she has a strong hold on second place here. She'll hold off Brasino, who will come in third with Meller coming in fourth. So great heat number 4 here at Pods. We'll enter a 50 cool down. And folks, I don't know if my eyes deceive me. I'm watching the Red Zone channel. I just saw a graphic which looked like the New York Jets were winning. There must be some sort of mistake here. And yes, there is a mistake. It was my mistake. It looks like the Jets are indeed losing. Yeah, so the Jets are losing here to the Chargers. I saw 26 points. I thought, wow, looks like the Jets may get a W here, but it looks like that's not going to happen. The swimmers are finishing up. We're moving to Heat 5 of 8 of the 200 free, which will feature in lane 1, Eve Piazza in lane 2, Lachlan Hartshorn in lane 3, Zach Halsey, lane 4, Courtney Bogosian, lane 5, Ruby Groves, and in lane 6, Jayla Pina. Heat 4 making their way out of the pool here. Heat 5 making their way to the blocks here. Pods, it looks like the swimmers are losing the masks, getting the goggles ready, and we're ready to go here. This is Heat 5 of 8 of the 200-yard freestyle.
Thank you, Mark.
Clean start, and wow. Zach Halsey in lane 3 was shot out of a cannon there. As he finishes his first 50. Oh, he's doing a time trial, folks. Okay. That's what happened here. All right. Had me thrown off there. Zach Halsey went out, and if he swam a 200 like that, he would be in the Olympics. But he was clearly doing a time trial, as there were 3 timers there clocking his 50 free time. And to show you how far Halsey was out in front of the field, he literally hit the wall at the 50 and almost stopped. And he's still in 3rd place. Actually, he's moved into like 4th or 5th place now. But Halsey jumped out to a really quick lead. I thought we were going to witness history here. Hopefully he had a good time in the time trial there. But we'll move into the live race, and it's Bogosian in lane 4. She's ahead of Groves in lane 5 and Pina in lane 6 here. So this is going to be a very tight finish between these 3 who go head to head in every practice here with Gators. So Groves has narrowed the gap here on Bogosian. Let's see, it looks like Bogosian still has a little bit of a lead as they get to the flags. Groves making a move, Pina making a move, and it's going to be Ruby Groves out of lane 5. Out touching Bogosian in lane 4. I believe Pina may have been in 3rd place there, but Ruby Groves had some gas in the tank there for that final 15 yards, able to bring it home for 1st place in Heat 5 of 8. Oh, Sandra, I love to hear that. So folks, we have just been notified we are international once again. We have some Canadians, chiming in and joining us from Toronto here. So fantastic. Fantastic to hear, fantastic to see here from Pods. We're going to move on to Heat 6 of 8. Lane 1 will feature Rachel Papanow. Lane 2, Honor Dufresne. Lane 3, Mateo Smith. Lane 4, Alex Lopes. Lane 5, Andrew Eng. And in lane 6 will be Taj Weeby. Top time belongs to Mateo Smith in lane 3 with a 1:56.66. So Mateo had a fabulous race last time out. Let's see what he can do here. He looks like we have all 6 racers lined up, so there won't be any scratches. Fun fact, I've learned a lot about Canada since April. I took a new sales position for a new company after 15 years with Verizon, and now I cover, my sales territory is Canada, is the government of Canada. So I've met a lot of nice Canadians who, as you can imagine, just love to poke fun at my accent here. So here we go, folks. Moving on. Heat 6 of 8, 200-yard freestyle coming up. Officials are ready, swimmers are ready. Here we go.
Thank you, Mark.
So it is going to be at the 50-yard mark, Mateo Smith in lane 3 leading the way, followed closely by Alex Lopes in lane 4. Mateo recently had some time away from the pool, folks, and you can tell it has not hurt him, as he is your leader here at the 100 turn, looking very strong, maintaining about a half a second to 3/4 of a second lead on Alex Lopes, his Gators teammate. And Andrew Ng in lane 5 has begun to make a move here, folks. Ng has had some strong performances here this weekend. We'll see what transpires out of these three, all training partners, all good friends. Smith maintains the lead on Lopes. Ng and Lopes are neck and neck here. Smith continues to look very strong, and Alex Lopes has picked it up a little bit, widening his lead on Ng in lane 5. It was Smith to the wall first, followed by Lopes, followed by Ng. No one's going to catch Mateo. The race is going to be for second place. Does Ng have it left in him to catch Lopes? And no, it's going to be Alex Lopes taking second, followed by Andrew Ng. 1, 2, 3 Gators. First, second, third. Mateo Smith in lane 3 is your Heat 6 winner. Addison Lee. That will take us to Heat 7 of 8. So second to last heat of the day, folks. Once again, thank you for taking the time to join in. Hope you've enjoyed the live stream, enjoyed being able to see your kids compete. And we're moving on to heat number 7 of 8, which will feature in lane 1, Ainsley Nayland. In lane 2, Abby McGuire. In lane 3, Sam Williams Reynoso. In lane 4, Tim Andrews. In lane 5, Quentin McGillen. In lane 6, Paul Denega. Top time belongs to Sam Williams Reynoso with a 148.52, followed by Tim Andrews with a 150.43. So we'll see how that shakes down here as Heat 6 has made their way out of the pool. Heat 7 is lined up, almost ready to go here. This will be our second to last heat of the afternoon here at Pods. Swimmers are making their way to the blocks. Again, just a quick reset here. It looks like we're going to have 5 out of 6 swimmers, so we'll have an open lane here. Let you know where that is as soon as it shakes out. So it looks like it's going to be lane 3, Williams Reynoso. So your top time coming into this heat is going to be Tim Andrews in lane 4. So lane 3 will be empty. Andrews in lane 4 will have your top time. And here we go, folks. Heat 7 of 8, 200-yard free. So at the 50-yard mark, it's going to be Andrews in lane 4 leading the way. Miguel and Denega right behind him. Actually, Denega making a push in lane 6. Andrews still maintains a slight lead here. And as they close out the 100, your leader remains Tim Andrews in lane 4. He's at the center of the screen in the maroon colored crimson cap. Second place looks to be Quentin Miguel from Gators. He's in lane 5. Andrews holding strong here in lane 4 as he makes the turn for his final 50. He's followed by Miguel. Will Miguel be able to chase down Andrews here? Let's see. Andrews has been leading this race from the start. Maintains about a half a second lead on Miguel here. They're approaching the flags. Miguel is making a late push here. They're at the flags. Who's it going to be, folks? And it's Andrews. Tim Andrews with the strong finish out of lane 4. He will be your Heat 7 winner. Tim Andrews in lane 4, followed by Quentin Miguel in lane 5. And folks, I am saddened to tell you this is our last heat of the day. This will be Heat 8. It is the Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of the 200-yard freestyle and will feature in lane 1, Nick Andrews in lane 2, Ethan Zhang in lane 3, Theo Baudet in lane 4, Gabe Lee in lane 5, Jaden Bunt, and in lane 6, Matvey Ivanov. So your top time will come courtesy of Theo Baudet from Gators with a 1:43.78, followed closely by Gabe Lee with a 1:44.61. So this should be a fun and exciting Heat 8 here to close out the day at Pod Swimming. It's been a great weekend. They've been fantastic hosts for us here, folks. Big thank you to all of the volunteers here this weekend. Ken Cartwright, Abby Marino here all day today. Same with Dick Parasol. They were here all day yesterday here too. So again, without the volunteerism, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing here. And here we go, folks. Heat 8, 200-yard free, lane 1, Andrews 2, Zhang, lane 3, Baudet, lane 4, Lee, lane 5, Bunt in lane 6, Matvey Ivanov. Swimmers are ready. Here we go, folks. This is Heat 8 of the 200-yard freestyle.
Thank you, Mark.
So it's going to be Ivanov out of lane 6. He was time trialing. I'm not going to get fooled by that again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It's Baudet in lane 3 and Lee and Gabe 4 who are competing in the full 200 here. Looks like Gabe Lee has taken the lead here as we progress into the race. Baudet in lane 3 in second place. Jaden Bunt in lane 5. In third, again, Gabe Lee remains your leader here. Baudet is in clear second place right now in lane 3 as all of these swimmers make the turn for the final 50 here. And it's Gabe Lee who has extended his lead over Baudet in lane 3. Let's see what happens here. I don't think anyone is going to catch him. Baudet's making a late push, but it's going to be Gabe Lee in lane 4, taking first place here in Heat 8. Theo Baudet in lane 3, taking second place. And folks, that is going to conclude our program here at Pod Swimming, day 2, final day of the BGSC November 2020 specialty meet. with the pause that will be happening within the state of Rhode Island, pods will be closed for a couple of weeks, and I do not believe the Seekonk High School pool is going to be ready for us until the end of December, beginning of the new year. So this, in all likelihood, will be the last meet of the 2020 calendar year. So let's hope that as we move into 2021, we have much bigger and better things. So with that, folks, my name is Jeremy Abreu, signing off here from Pods in East Providence, Rhode Island. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, great Christmas holiday, and looking forward to seeing everybody sometime soon. Have a great night.